Welcome to the Radiology Interface Workflow video for prognosis. In this video, we'll cover how to place electronic radiology orders, review incoming results, and troubleshoot common issues. To begin, log into Prognosis and access the radiology order screen for your patient. You can reach this screen in 3 ways. From the Patient Encounter, Radiology, Order menu. From the Patient's Chart, without an open encounter, where the patient band appears in yellow, and through the CPOE, Radiology, Order section. Let's walk through the layout of the radiology order screen and create a radiology order for an interfaced vendor. In the top left corner, you'll find the Add button. Click this to open a blank order. To retrieve existing orders, use the Search button. Within the radiology header, you'll find the essential order identifiers. The order number is initially blank, and auto-generates when the order is created and saved. The order status is initially set to entered, and updates once the order is saved. The order date defaults to the encounter date but can be modified using the calendar icon. The results by date indicates when the test results are expected. Ordering provider auto-populates based on who is logged in. If a provider is logged in, their name is displayed. For other users, it defaults to the encounter's attending provider. You can also change it by selecting the appropriate provider using the Search button. The patient's name, date of birth, and gender are displayed below the ordering provider field. Just below the order details is the radiology selection section. Select the radiology vendor you have an interface with, using the search menu. You can also configure it to display as the default vendor. Once selected, the radiology vendor's address details appear to the right of the name. Select the urgency level from the type drop-down, which displays 4 options: routine, now, stat, and scheduled. To add a test to the order, click the Add button in the Test section of the main order area. This opens a pop-up where you can choose from preferred tests, all tests, or order sets. Preferred tests are shown by default for quick selection. You can switch to all tests for a complete list, or select from order sets configured in the Order Set Master, which allow you to add multiple tests with a single selection. For this demonstration, we'll select X-ray orbits 1 to 3 views. To delete any added test, you can click the Delete icon to the left of the test name. Next, ensure the appropriate ICD codes are associated with the test. You can configure property settings to automatically assign assessment ICD codes to tests, or manually add new codes using the Add button. This opens the Diagnosis Codes pop-up where you can search by description or code and select the required ICDs. After selection, you'll be prompted to add the ICD to the assessment. Click Yes to add it to the assessment or No to use it only for this order. Once done, return to the ICD code search to deselect any irrelevant codes and assign the correct ones. Enter any test-specific comments within the Instructions field, or special instructions or order-specific notes within the Comments button at the top. Additionally, at the top right of the screen, you'll find a patient info icon to view patient demographics. You can also view the patient's appointment history through the Appointment History button. Once all details have been added, save the order using the Save button. After saving the order number is generated and displayed, and the order status changes from Entered to Approved. At the top right of the screen, you'll find buttons to preview the requisition, and print, fax, or e-send the order electronically to the radiology vendor, along with navigation arrows to move between orders. Once all information is verified, click the e-send button to transmit the order. Upon successful transmission, the system displays a confirmation message, and the order status updates from Approved to Ordered e-sent. Now, let's move on to managing incoming radiology results. Once the radiology order is e-sent, the radiology vendor processes it and sends the results electronically to the clinic. These results are automatically received in Prognosis through the HL7 interface. You can access radiology results from the navigation bar by choosing CPOE, Radiology, Results. Use the search pop-up to identify the patient and open their results. The order status will appear as Results Received, and an HL7 label indicates that the results were received electronically. The Instructions field displays any instructions carried over from the original order. The Result field contains comments or findings entered by the radiologist, and the Remarks button opens a pop-up which displays additional observations or notes related to the test, as documented by the radiologist. Radiology results can be received in 2 forms: as test-level attachments, or as URLs that link to externally hosted result images. The URL option is commonly used by radiology vendors who prefer to upload the results to their own secure website. In such cases, the result is not embedded directly into the system, but accessed via a link available under the URL column. In cases where results are received as test-level attachments, only one attachment is permitted per test. The images are scanned and attached to the corresponding radiology order in PDF format, accessible via the Attach icon. Clicking this icon opens an attachment pop-up displaying the embedded PDF. Selecting the PDF launches the radiology result in a viewer, allowing the provider to review the findings. An option to delete the attachment is also available, if necessary. When reviewing a radiology result, the provider can take immediate action by clicking the Action button. This opens the Assign Task pop-up, where follow-up tasks can be delegated to medical assistants, nurses, or other staff by selecting specific users or roles. For example, the provider may assign a task to have the assistant call the patient to discuss the test results. Additional comments can be added as needed. The provider can also mark the result as approved and reviewed, and update the patient's record accordingly. Once the review is complete, clicking OK saves the result and updates the order status to complete and reviewed. With that, you've completed the radiology result workflow. Now, let's look at how to troubleshoot errors in case a result fails to import. If you're using an interface, it's important to monitor for any failed result imports using the import log. This ensures that no radiology results are missed. Navigate to Settings, Configuration, and under the Admin column, click Import Log. Once you're on this screen, check the Failure section. Any failed transmissions must be manually reconciled with the correct patient record. To do this, double-click the failed entry to open the HL7 message pop-up. Identify the patient who the radiology result belongs to, and with the Patient Radio button selected, click the search icon. Select the patient from the list, and then click OK. The order is now successfully linked to the patient, and the results are accessible on the radiology results screen. This completes the radiology workflow in Prognosis, from sending radiology orders and managing incoming results, to troubleshooting interface errors and ensuring no result is missed. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or need more help, please reach out to the Prognosis support team at support@bismaticsinc.com.